This is the Shadow King, King Naju, back with a review of Rosario Vampire Chapter 32. So, after being punched by Skune in vampire form, Hokuto scoffs off at Skune's claim of killing, uh, threatening to kill him, and Kumu realizes that Hokuto has a superiority complex and tries to help Skune against someone so dangerous. However, Hokuto puts up another barrier uh, using the rosary and has it surround her around the girls. Hokuto says it's due to the exorcist Mikogami, yeah, that's his name, Mikogami's item, the Rosary of Judgment. Mikogami tells Skune to stop Hokuto from dispelling the Great Barrier to prevent a human versus monster war. Hokuto states he wishes for the world to return that way, to a time where humans and monsters slaughter each other to their heart's content, because he has a certain view that this is the natural way of things. Skinny refuses to let those he cares about suffer at Hokuto's actions and gets ready to fight him. He tries his best to defeat Hokuto, but Hokuto easily dodges and blocks Skinny's punches. Hokuto turns his hands once again to skeletal spears and nearly impales Skune. Moka senses that Skune's in trouble. I'm going to say that it's probably due to true blood logic, and since that Moka has her blood in Skune, she's able to sense when he's in danger. Yeah, just remember true blood does that. Kiria says he'll take her to Skune if she can beat him, which Moka is nervous since not even Kurumu could beat her. So he can't. So she can't beat uh, him without Inner Moka. Curious says that he's bored and decides to make things interesting by sending this little monster called a Shikigami to show Skune fighting Hokuto. Hokuto says that Skune is fast, but his fighting style is very amateurish, comparing him to fighting a wild animal. Kiria says that Skune won't beat Hokuto with sheer strength because Hokuto has had experience ever since he was a young boy. And Kiria continues to provoke Moka into fighting until she sees Moka's eyes change. Until he sees Moka's eyes changing to that of Inner Moka, and he's waiting for that anticipation, thinking that she's finally going to turn to Inner Moka despite the seal being on. However, this doesn't turn out to be the case because Moka tearfully begs Kiria to bring her to Skune because she doesn't want that to happen to. She doesn't want Skune to. No, I'm sorry. She doesn't want what happened to Skune during his fight with Midao to happen again, which was, he turned into a ghoul, and Moka was almost forced to put him down. Kiria says that Moka has become so boring and starts choking her, and Kiria says he's really pissed off and disappointed at Moka, questioning, and even goes so far as to question her title as the strongest vampire. We'll later learn out that's not the case, but remember, first time reading perspective. Hokuto continues to beat Skune as Moka and Kiria watch. Kiria taunts that Skune and Moka are both weak without each other, to which Moka agrees and starts to struggle to think of a way to save Skune. The girls continue to watch in horror as Skune gets beaten to a pulp and then lies in a pool of his own blood. Hokuto thinks he's killed Skune and tries to dispel the barrier, but senses Skune's monster aura has grown in power, and it turns out that he's starting to become a ghoul. Desperate to save Skune, Moka tries to remove the rosary off her. Kira says it's pointless since rosaries are like passwords and locks, and the only reason Skune could remove it is because he has the right properties. Inner Moka tells Outer Moka pretty much the exact same thing, and but Outer Moka ignores both of them and says she's willing to risk it for Skune. Then Moka breaks the seal that the uh, keeps the rosary together, and the energy is so intense that it burns off uh, Kiria's arm, and Moka turns into Inner Moka and knocks Kiria out with a hard kick. And the chapter ends off with Inner Moka saying she understands Outer Moka's feelings and promises to protect Skune. Very interesting chapter because we're learning more about the rosary, learning more about Hokuto's motives for doing what he's doing, and Skune is being pushed further to its limits and turning back into a ghoul, which means it's going to add more conflict into Moka probably going to be forced to try to put Skune down and have to deal with Hokuto in this whole situation. So we'll see where that goes in chapter 33.